Welcome back to the Show My Scars podcast. I'm your host, Derek Duker. In some of my darkest times, if I was to describe how I felt, it would be alone, invisible, worthless, or lacking love. So in today's episode, I want to share with you some of the most effective ways I've found to improve my mental stability when I'm feeling those emotions. First, I'll share a specific meditation practice. As you know, meditation is one of the tools I tout most often. Then I'll share several actions you can incorporate in everyday life to feel more positive emotions. The meditation practice I'm speaking about is called Metta, or loving kindness meditation. This practice promotes positive feelings like joy, trust, gratitude, compassion, and happiness. These are things, according to meditation practice, that you should feel unconditionally for both yourself and others. This leads to more appreciation, acceptance, and compassion for you and those you spend time around. To start, you'll ground yourself through breathing and focusing on your inhale and exhale for a few breaths. Then you'll bring yourself to mind and recite inwardly or out loud, "May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be well in body and mind. May I be at ease and happy." Take your time saying each of these phrases. You'll want to spend a few minutes on yourself. I find repeating the phrases 3 to 5 times is about right. Then you'll picture someone with which you have an uncomplicated relationship with, and go through the phrases for the same amount of time. After that, you'll picture someone with which you are simply an acquaintance, maybe a cashier at your grocery store that you see frequently, or a coworker that you're not friends with outside of work, maybe a bus driver, something like that. Finally, you'll include a difficult person in your life, wishing that they too may be filled with loving kindness. This will take practice, so don't judge yourself if you have some difficulty. One tip I picked up from one meditation instructor is that during this practice, imagine a loving energy or light building in your heart and extending to these different people you bring to mind. Imagine it growing and extending across the world to them. Again, this might feel mechanical and like going through the motions for some time. Just lean into it and keep at it. The results are worth the time and energy. Remember, there is no wrong way to meditate. Forgive yourself without judgment every time you lose focus or don't feel the love inside. As I said earlier, I have a few other tips to help cultivate the positive feelings we're after here and improve your own mental well-being, and you can incorporate these into everyday life. Whenever you think of someone throughout the day, especially someone you haven't connected with in a while, send them an unprompted text. Just say something like, "Hey, I was thinking of you just now. I just wanted to say I appreciate you and am thankful you're a part of my life." It doesn't need to be some long text. Keep it short and sweet if you'd like. It's not the amount of words, it's the underlying message. Tip number 2, practice active listening. Face the speaker, practice open body language, and uncross your arms, and put your phone and other distractions down. Provide the speaker with soft eye contact by focusing on the triangular area between their eyes and mouth. Finally, offer connecting gestures such as smiles and head nods. It might feel awkward at first, but after a few times, you'll settle into your own active listening methods. Tip 3. As soon as you wake up, set your intention that this day should be meaningful and filled with loving kindness for others. If possible, serve and help others, even if by small actions such as brightening a stranger's day. Tip 4. Volunteer your time. This doesn't have to be in a structured manner, such as volunteering for a nonprofit. It can be simply reaching out and using your skills to improve the life of another person. Tip 5. Write a compassion letter to yourself. This is something that I've had struggles doing in the past, but I've got a couple tips here to help. Think of something that tends to make you feel bad about yourself, such as making mistakes. Now respond in the third person, and as you think a friend would with unlimited compassion. After writing the letter, put it down for a while instead of reading it right away. Come back to it later and read it again. And when you read it, let the words sink in. Tip number 6. Compliment someone, especially a stranger. And tip 7. Mail a handwritten letter to someone. Tell them just how much they mean to you. Alternate filling yourself with love and others. When you have a strong sense of self-worth and acceptance of self, you are better equipped to give and receive love authentically. You have to fill your own cup to fill others. Still, making a positive impact in the lives of others improves your own well-being by increasing your sense of self-worth. Even the most simple acts of kindness provide greater feelings of gratitude and life satisfaction. So the next time you're feeling down and out or disconnected from those around you, give Metta meditation a try. Or try employing one or more of the everyday tips I laid out here. With time, you'll start feeling better. That's what I've got for you today. If I've helped in any way, I would greatly appreciate you sharing my podcast on social media or otherwise. I love the messages I get from time to time from people I've met that I had no idea that they were listening, and then they let me know that something I said made an impact on them. Even better is when I don't know the person. So thank you for listening. I truly hope that you have a great day and try to make someone else's day a little bit better. Until next time. Hey, small business owners. The Two Oddballs creative team continues to impress. If you've listened to the show before, you've heard me praise them for their website design services. I absolutely love the look and function of my website. And not only do I love it, people I've shown it to think it's pretty great too. However, what I want to brag on them for today is their customer service. The other day, I updated something on my website which caused several elements throughout my site to look incorrect or not function properly. That is not the first impression you want your website to provide visitors. But I knew I had the best team in 417 to tackle the problem. I talked to the oddballs, and within the same day they were able to fix the bug. No matter who you have design your website, you'll likely face an issue similar to mine in the future. The question is, do you trust your team to fix it in a timely manner and without much fuss? If you work with the oddballs, you can say yes. So reach out to them today, whether you have an existing website or need a new one. Go to twooddballs.com, that's the number 2, oddballs.com, or call them at 417-986-6332.